Boys' literacy has slipped to the lowest level since national testing began, with 1 in 9 teenagers unable to read at a basic standard. The latest NAPLAN data has revealed a growing gap in achievement between students from wealthy and poor families, as well as between girls and boys. The results show that nearly 9% of Year 9 students who have been taught to read using the look and guess technique, I think that's sight words, popular a decade ago, are struggling to read and write, with boys falling behind faster than girls. Joining me now is National Political Editor Sam Maiden and broadcaster Justin Smith. Good morning to you. Sam.
Morning.
Have we failed a generation of students, particularly boys?
Well, to some extent, I think the answer to that is yes, and I'm not surprised. In fact, I suspect the numbers for boys might be higher than 9%. What are the reasons? I think devices are definitely one of them. I think we can see in our own children that they tend now, perhaps into a little bit older, to really, reach for the iPad or reach for their phone rather than reaching for a book. But I'm also sort of tired of the culture war in this space. I know there's some experts that say boys don't like the books they're reading because they have feelings, like boys don't have feelings. I think boys have feelings just fine. I think we just need to find a better way to teach kids how to read and make it more hands-on.
Yeah, when we're looking at this age group, Justin, they're talking about this look and guess technique. I'm not sure whether you're familiar with that.
No.
I can remember rocking up to kindergarten and being given sight words. I'm sure some of our viewers will understand what this was.
Yeah.
And they had to look at a page of words like cat and just learn it. And they hadn't learned, I said, but they haven't learnt k or a or t yet to sound it out. They just had to look at it and learn. It was just foreign to me. They've now got rid of that, I think.
I've never heard of the technique, although right now I feel like I've been doing it my entire life, the look and guess technique. But is it just me, or is it that NAPLAN seem to always be delivering us bad news and have been doing it for years, but don't seem to come up with a great deal of solutions? I mean, it surely can't be new news to us that boys in Year 9 have been falling away because they haven't matured the same age as girls. But in those figures, there's some shockers. I mean, it's 1/3 of Indigenous boys are being classed as being illiterate, and that shows an incredible misunderstanding of the people that they're trying to teach. I think maybe it's time we ditched NAPLAN and try to replace it with something that's going to start working. They've had their chance and it ain't working.
Yeah, exactly.
But NAPLAN's job, sorry to jump in, NAPLAN's job is not to come up with a solution, it's to outline the problem. So I think it's still pretty useful.
They are part of the organisation, the assessment people that are there to come up with the solutions. They're part of that machine. Well, I don't think NAPLAN has been showing us, I don't think it's been showing us what is actually wrong to be able to fix it. So I think it's time to ditch them.
Well, as Sam said, that's just showing us the problem. But is it showing us the problem? Because some kids are so stressed, apparently their parents are pulling them out of NAPLAN, Sam. So is it showing us the broad reach?
Look, I just never agree with this idea that is sometimes pushed, to be fair, by teachers' unions, that information and data is a bad thing, and I really don't understand that. I can't even, look, how people choose to parent is their own business, but to me, I want to know how my child's going. The idea of pulling them out of some test because it might hurt my feelings is very strange to me.
Yeah, no, look, I agree. I mean, life is stressful, isn't it? It hits them in high school. Between the eyes, the stress, doesn't it? So it may as well start early. Now, the first steps towards Australia becoming a republic have been revealed with a consultation tour to begin next year. The federal government will ask people their thoughts on whether this nation should cut ties with the monarchy. This will help form a campaign ahead of an expected referendum sometime after the next election. Justin, you're laughing, are you?
It's not exactly the stuff of revolution and evolution, is it? Who would have thought 126 years after we became a country, we've got a listening tour, people. We are away, we've got a listening tour. There's just no leadership on this. I think this is, it's going to come to nothing. I don't think we've actually ever been further away from becoming a republic than we are right now.
Well, I mean, that's obviously your opinion. A lot of people might think the opposite, Sam. Do we need this?
Well, look, I think I've got a great idea of how to really land this plane. Prince Harry and Meghan are for sale. They're out there. They've got the books spare. They're doing Netflix. Now, listen, right, Malcolm Turnbull can go out and put a gentle mortgage over that place in Point Piper and pay these people to come to Australia and tell us to ditch his dad, right? I mean, what an ad campaign it would be. I really think they need to get them on the job explaining to us why we should ditch the monarchy and move to Montecito, I can't even pronounce it, California. Look, if it was good enough for Harry to break free and be independent, why shouldn't it be good enough for Australia? And I think he's the man for the sales pitch.
That is not a bad idea. They'd come too.
Yeah, for cash.
Pass the hat around.
They haven't been doing the listening tour. They've been doing the talking tour, the non-stop talking tour.
Yeah, they're
It
more
wouldn't
like...
be the first time the colonies have paid the royals money. Why not keep it up?
Exactly. They're more like, look at me, definitely. Now, tonight is Halloween, and whether you celebrate it or not, the annual American tradition has grown in popularity here in Australia over the recent years, but a leading psychologist says the holiday can actually help children advance. Halloween sparks their imagination and creativity, we're being told, and can provide an opportunity for them to safely explore challenging concepts like life and death. And Sam, before people attack me, I know it's not originally American. It dates back to the Celtics, I think. Are you a Halloween fan?
No, because every year my children demand to go trick-or-treating and seem to think that every place in the neighbourhood should be handing out what the Americans call candy. Look, look, if people enjoy it, I think that's fine. I do find it a bit American and a bit odd. We weren't as into it as they seem to be now. When I was a child, I'm not sure about the PhD with the person telling us that it allows us to explore death and rejuvenation. I'm not sure about that. I think it's just a good excuse to eat lollies that look like eyeballs.
It allows us to explore sugar. Is what it allows us to explore.
I wonder who that person's not paid by someone.
NAPLAN.
By one of the companies that makes the lollies or something. We might just track that down. Okay. Well, can I say Happy Halloween, or am I not allowed?
Halloween.
Please don't.
No.
Please don't.
Okay.
No.
Well, goodbye and good luck. See you next week.
Bye.